Where's the balance in that? Was it just incredible bowling, or was it just that weight of pressure on you guys?
Yeah, I think they bowled. Vernon obviously bowled really well. He got the ball in the right area enough, and I think we've seen all game that if you did it for long enough, there was always something there. So, yeah, full credit to him. He bowled really well and was too good for us.
There was no sense to the, it was just one day too many for the guys after the long time.
I don't think it was one day too many. It was probably a few, to be fair. But yeah, there's been enough spoken about the week we've had, and we're disappointed with the way we handled it. I suppose this group in here had a chance to show some real fight and determination today, and unfortunately we weren't able to, because I think mentally we weren't quite there, and you only have to be slightly off in any game of cricket, let alone against a team as good as South Africa, and you get exposed, and we certainly did today.
Back and then again.
Tim, how much is the team looking forward to getting home and getting a reset and a fresh start?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to many guys about going home. Or it certainly hasn't been that feel. I honestly felt that the guys were certainly coming into the test match as difficult as well. I thought we were going to be a hell of a lot better than what we were, but yeah, obviously it had more of an effect on guys than we probably knew ourselves. So yeah, I think now the opportunity to get home and take a breath and reset and start again almost is something that might be refreshing to guys in the next couple of days, but certainly at the moment there's a fair bit of disappointment and borderline embarrassment in our change rooms.
Tim, you talked before the game, on the first day of the game, about changing the way the Australian team, saw itself and how it was on the field. Given, I suppose, how deeply steeped the Australian team has been in taking a certain way of playing, how long do you think that might take to actually change and bed down and make it a sort of self-evident thing, I guess, for guys coming into the team?
Well, hopefully not too long. I think it was probably evident in this match, to be fair, that we changed somewhat. That'll continue to happen. We've obviously got a new coach coming in as well at some stage who would have a huge say on how that is. But from my point of view, we've now got to, I suppose, just find the fine line between being really respectful of the opposition in the game, and also being at a level that is really competitive, as you should be in Test match cricket. So yeah, it's going to be a different style to a lot of the guys have been used to, but I think we'll find it pretty quickly. And as I said, once a new coach comes in and lays down the way he wants us to play as well, or has his say on it, I think we'll go to it straight away.
And just on your background in leadership, Tasmanian experience, George Bailey, that sort of culture and behaviours there. I mean, is that where you take a lot of what you want to take this team forward?
Yeah, I think so. George is a very good friend of mine, and I've played under him for a long time, so I've certainly learnt a lot about the way he captains and his leadership style, and yeah, I'll certainly take a lot of the way he goes about it. But there's other guys as well. I've sort of always thought about going into coaching or something like that after cricket, so I've constantly sort of written things down that I've liked about coaches or other leaders that I've played on and played under, and I suppose try to take bits that I like and mould it to something that fits me.
Tim, will the teams be sharing there at some stage today and spending some time together, or is this kind of a moment where you guys just want to spend some time with Darren by yourselves?
No, we will. We've been invited in the next half an hour actually, so that'll be. Yeah, it's an early beer, that's for sure. I think it might be a coffee. But yeah, no, we'll go next door. Again, we've got some young players in our team who will learn a lot from going to have a beer with some of the experienced players that the South Africans have got, so we'd be foolish not to take that opportunity.
David, and then last two, Graham.
Is this result and performance cause for concern, or are you pretty confident that going forward things can change and improve?
I think the performance was still concerning, no doubt about that. As we've spoken about so much, we had a really tough week, but I think from the Durban Test match, if we're completely honest, that South Africa just outplayed us purely on skill. And then maybe today and this Test match, you can take what you like of our performance, but yeah, there's certainly some areas of concern. But we've also got some guys here that have played some very good cricket at an international level for a long time, who will need to step up again. Now we've lost two of the best players in the world are no longer in our team for the next the foreseeable future. So we've got to step up. A lot of us have got to step up and take the slack, and but I think Australia's got the talent. We've just got to be able to harness it properly, and if we do, I think we'll be okay.
Graham?
Yeah, Tim, excuse me, what message will you give the teams so they go away on a positive note from such a difficult tour?
It's a good question. I suppose the positive for us is that we really do potentially in the next series we've got a clean slate. So yeah, we've got to learn our lessons from this series and where we can improve. And if guys aren't already thinking about that, I'd be pretty surprised. But yeah, it's an exciting time. We're going to have a new coach, a new sort of brand or culture or whatever you want to call it, and guys are going to have a chance to have an input into that. So as well as with the guys being out at the moment, there's opportunities for guys to step up and play an extended period of Test cricket. So yeah, there's lots of messages and positives that we can take out of it, and yeah, it'd be good to get home and have a rest and think about it.
Last one.
Yeah, Tim, there have been suggestions that the series with Sandpappergate, etc., have revealed a certain dislocate between the Australian cricket and core Australian values like equality and fairness. Likewise, perhaps the response from society, Australian society specifically, has revealed a societal dislocate as well with those kind of values. What do you think needs to happen now for Australian cricket, firstly, to kind of reconnect with those values, and also maybe perhaps on a more philosophical level, Australian society?
Well, I think the first thing is we have to, I suppose, listen. I mean, I think we've potentially maybe had our head in the sand a little bit over the last 12 months that if we continue to win, we can kind of act and behave how we like, and the Australian public will be okay with that. And what we've probably found out in the last month or so is that the Australian public and our fans don't necessarily like the way we go about it. So it's pretty simple. We have to listen, we have to take it on board, and we have to improve our behaviour and the way we play the game. And I know the guys are certainly taking that on board, and it's something that we're excited again to go forward and be able to do.
Thank you.